India Today's Shivaru spoke to a panel of experts on how General Soleimani's assassination will now affect US-Iran relations. Listen in.
Joining me live now, Ambassador Ashok Sajjanar, who's a well-known former diplomat, Sushant Sareen, Senior Fellow with the Observer Research Foundation and a well-known strategic affairs expert. But I want to kick things off by asking our Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, who's been in touch with the External Affairs Ministry. You know, they've put out a statement, Geeta, generic terms, calling for restraint. What are the next steps going to look like in terms of how India actually navigates these war clouds that appear to be brewing? There's an election coming in the United States. Iran is ratcheting things up as well. Where does India navigate this?
A few things are going to happen and have happened. One is the very important conversation between Pompeo and Dr. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister of India. On the one hand, Pompeo expressed in United States of America's not just concerns but also highlighted the fact that they're going to continue with this aggression if Iran continues with its provocations and if there is any retaliation. On the other hand, India raised its own concerns and the stakes that India has in the region. So that was a very important conversation. We're also given to understand that Javad Zarif is going to participate in the Raisina dialogue in the coming days, and he has not cancelled that visit yet. So yes, Javad Zarif is going to use the Indian soil and speak on the Indian soil. So we'll have to wait and see how he hits out at America, another strategic partner of India. So India, again, we've been saying this all along, Shiv, trying to walk doing a very tightrope walk over here. Sensitivities on both sides only flaring up, but India trying to ensure that there's some semblance of sanity and that peace is restored. Okay, so
a semblance of sanity and peace is restored. Like you said, sensitivities on both sides, which is what makes this a delicate issue for India to navigate. Ambassador Ashok, if I could come to you now, how do you assess India's, the impact on India as a result of what's happening right now between the United States and Iran? As a diplomat, how do you see the fallout, and how does India, play the next steps, sir?
If the things go, if we look at the worst case scenario, then of course things can look very difficult for India because we have about 8 to 9 million of our people there. We have huge remittances coming there. The security and safety of our people there is of paramount concern as far as we are concerned. We have about 70% of our energy needs, whether it is oil or gas, coming from that region. And of course, in terms of trade also, there is a huge engagement. Also, the investments that we are expecting from that region to come to India. So that region is, stability and security of that region is very important for us. So to all these concerns would have been emphasized and underlined by Dr. Jaishankar when he spoke both to Mike Pompeo as also to Javad Zarif. But I think going forward now, what we really need to do also is to expand this circle of outreach. Right. Not only speak to these major proponents of whatever is happening in that region, but also other countries, because countries like China, like Japan, like even Russia, they would not be favoring that this should really boil over beyond a point. So I think to reach out to them and also to the regional players, particularly I would like to emphasize Oman, because I was there recently and they have always played a very constructive role as far as bringing the sides together. So I think reach out, and we have good relations with all of them. So reach out to all of them and try to emphasize upon them that they should exercise restraint.
Sushant Sareen, your assessment, is India prepared, for any kind of fallout there, given our commitments there, given the sensitivities on both sides? Are we prepared for an adverse fallout, depending on what's going on right now?
I don't think we are entirely prepared for some of the reasons which Ambassador Sajjanar has mentioned. Because there is no way that if open hostilities break out, you can take care of all the contingencies. I don't think that's going to be possible. So that's the worst case scenario. I don't think that's going to happen. Where I have a slight disagreement is that, look, at best, what we can do is express sentiment issue. At the end of the day, whatever outreach we do, what is going to happen between the US and Iran will be based on calculations or miscalculations which either of these countries make.
Right.
I would imagine that both of them are smart enough not to stumble into a conflict. There will be some tit-for-tat exchanges, but at least I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it won't go beyond that threshold of tolerance where both sides enter into an open conflict. I don't think either side wants it. I don't think either side can afford it. And I don't think either side has anything to gain by it.
Okay.
But yes, the conflict will continue. The instability will continue in the region. The current markets and the oil price spikes are temporary because once tempers cool down,
right,
I think prices will be back to normal and things will pretty much go back to normal.
Okay.
Iranians are also famous for, very tall rhetoric, very flowery kind of rhetoric, which is what we are seeing play out. But beyond that, will they be suicidal? I don't think so.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.